Chathany, it's me, your dad. Hello. Welcome back to whatever it is we're doing. How are we all feeling on this day? Jesus Christ. Huh. It's another thing, isn't it? Weh. Ah. Wowzers. Chathany, I only got out of bed like an hour and a half ago, and I managed to cook dinner. It was a delightful cottage pie. Dad's steak fingers in a blizzard. Ah. I didn't even know I could cook that fast. Fuck. Ori doing his first 24-hour endurance stream. Dude, you must be out of your mind if I'm doing shit like that without money. Ah! Ugh. If I was making like $5 each hour, I would consider it. That is too much for me. That is a bridge too far. Ah. Valor. Good. Huh. Rate the cheetah mech in lobby 2. The cheetah mech. Oh, that thing. Why does it have fuck me hips? 8 out of 10. Pretty high up there, I would say. Very nice. Very quality. Ah. More room for hydraulics. Is that what we're calling it now? Chat, it's like day 4 of consecutive raining, by the way. I just want to point that out. It's been 4 days of nothing but rain. Huh. Ninja. Huh. What's this song? It's Hisako's theme from Killer Instinct 3. Village of Whispers is the name of the track, I believe. Rate video games making fun of you for playing on easy mode. They used to do that with some frequency. My favorite is Pretty Princess mode in Dishwasher 2. See also, Wolfenstein. If you play on easy, the icon of BJ turns into him wearing a bib and has a binky in his mouth. That one's also good. Highest quality work in progress fan animation for Frieza killing gas. I saw that earlier. Good stuff. Very quality. Ah. So true, Sebastian. Well, no one else is gonna. Ugh. Ah, the pain and suffering. Chat, I was recommended in my YouTube recommended. It fed me My Little Pony creepypasta / horror iceberg videos. And I hold Arissa solely responsible for this, because I assume Google was listening to me yesterday. Huh. Did we bully her? No, that's my job. Huh. Good. Consume the diet coke. I cut my beard shaving my... I cut my lips shaving my beard off. Jesus, that would have been a... Goddamn dyslexia. 1 month, Thief getting his PC repaired. Why does it take a month to buy and install a PC fan? They are like $12 on Amazon. Ugh. Ugh. Huh. Anything weird happening on the planet, Chathany? The Sonic fans really trying to pitch Archie Sonic versus Godzilla in hell. It's gonna go really poorly. I really like that fan art I saw like a week or two back. Just recreating the Fantastic Four image of Sonic telling Tails, Amy, and Knuckles, don't do anything, don't even move, as Godzilla's walking away. They're all scared shitless. Great. Ugh. Ha. Anything else going on, Chathany? Is there anything stupid happening on the planet? Anything bizarre goings on? So far, the guesses are you, Arissa, Thief, and Anise. No one knows who it is. Is it Rich Evans? I bet it's Rich Evans. Ah. With Manila versus Metal Overlord. Ah. Masaki died? Yeah, that sucks. No, it's Zach Haydel. Toddbot, when is Rich Evans gonna be on Oni Place? When is little Zachary showing up on an episode of Best of the Worst? Gah. Cat. Rich big leaguing Chris. Chat, have the Oni Plays guys ever gone on an extended conversation about, like, a specific movie they saw that was not shit? Has Zach Haydel and, like, Spaz Kid ever talked at length about movies they like? Has that ever happened? Because nothing's springing to mind. I have no recollection of that ever happening. Gardevoir from Pocopia seems to live in a sewer. I would call the internet a sewer, yes. Picassia. You're goddamn right! Chat, there's another timeline where Zach Haydel got really into shitty movie reviews. And he had, like, that guy with the glasses persona. And he fought Dark Zach at some point. That timeline exists. Like, statistically, it would have to. Ugh. Gah. Ugh. Ah. Oh. Ah. My neck. Pain. The agony, the suffering. Smiling Friend surprise sequel is just Pim and Charlie doing the early 2000s movie and game reviewer videos. You know, Charlie, I don't think Ocarina of Time was really deserving of the reputation it got. The hell are you talking? God, I can't do a Zack voice. I can't do it to save my life. I can't do it. No, can't do it. Fuck it. Ugh. Smiling Friends, the movie. It's just the entirety of, like, RoboCop, except Charlie's coming back from the grave.
Need that YouTube money, boys. Since you two are notoriously terminally online, it's your job to lead that new direction. Here's a little version of your post, OP. I want you to have it. Ugh.
Charlie getting shot up. They blow his fucking nose off instead of his hand. Sebastian, I want you to know that God will judge you for these things. It is only a matter of time. Huh.
Huh. Huh.
So true. 60 bucks and I don't know what to do with it. You should give me 30 bucks. And then you should go buy yourself a copy of Gundam Breaker 3 from Play Asia. Huh.
Thou shalt donate half thy income to Ori, or thou shalt have no income. The darkness. Pain.
New Simpsons Hit and Run is being teased. Unrelated news, the developer studio that made that game was revived recently. That's oddly specific for that to happen right after that guy remade Simpsons Hit and Run from the ground up. Why is Gundam Breaker 4 $90? I don't know! Just because I willed this thing into existence with that playthrough doesn't mean I have control over the pricing. Or he just saw some aliens. Possible. Spooky, hello. Isn't this nice, Chathany? You're getting 2 reaction garbage things in a single week. Isn't this amazing? You get to watch me do really shitty content twice in the same week. Check lobby? Oh, God. Aliens. The glorp. The animal. Huh. Ugh.
Good.
That right, Chathany. We should probably actually do the slop. The slop is going to come forth at an alarming rate. Would X-Files be better if those were the actual aliens? Yes! If the reveal finally happened, and it was a tiny little glorp, yeah, that would have been worth it. Alright, enough of you. Enough of you. You must be banished. From here on. Oh, Chathany. Chathany, you know what day it is. Chathany, you know what day it is, right? You know? You know what day it is? The tall gray cell fears the squished glorp chat. Ah. Banana pudding. I could fuck with some banana pudding right now, man. You have no idea the infinite depth I have for banana pudding. Strawberry also, for that matter. Comes up very rarely in life. Chathany, it's Friday the 13th. Did you know there's a Friday the 13th analog horror series? Because I didn't. I was wholly unaware of this. So I guess we'll do this first. By Betamax analog. This is like a shorter one, because these episode lengths are very humble. Let's see how this one turns out. Oh, good, you're hitting me with the copyright claim straight away. Ah. It's him! Did Jason edit the tapes? I assume. You know, I remember distinctly one of the Jurassic Park analog horror, like, garbage videos just straight up lifted footage from a different analog horror thing. Here it seems like you're actually bothering to record yourself walking out to the woods. That puts you, at the very least, a league above other things. It's like the sun in Mario 3, except it's Jason's head. You know, doing like an analog horror thing for Friday the 13th doesn't sound like it's gonna be excessively difficult to do. You have to know at least one kind of big guy and just throw some shitty prosthetic stuff on him and put him in a hockey mask and some raggedy clothes. Just have him pop out of the woods once in a while. I see you've upgraded your regeneration to boo levels. Honestly, I've seen worse. Alright, now gently nudge. Okay, that's a weird one. I look forward to getting a claim on this, assuming the VOD is not muted as soon as the stream is over. Alrighty, Timmy, that was a fun video for the class. Broflovsky? You know, Chad, I could go record shit like this right now. Because there's that path. I could just walk down the street like 2 minutes with like a really shitty camera and just do this and get like 1 million views out of it. I thought Jason was about to shove his entire arm up his ass. Oh, God. I thought he was about to turn him into a Muppet. For Fork's 92 incident series. The scouting mission's going well. There's not enough, like, dead branches to get this kind of visual, though. That's the issue. Everything's still very vibrantly green. Chat, has anyone ever tried giving Jason a hug? Why does everyone walking down this forest trail just, like, so happen to have a fucking revolver on them? Yeah, that's how that works. He's just rubbing his hands on your face. He's just touching you a little bit. I think in the Jason versus Leatherface comic, like, Leatherface's family just picks Jason up and brings him, like, down to the house, and they just invite him to dinner, and it works. Create character and video game character. Create, yeah, a little bit. So this is what my life has come to, has it? Just shoving you a little bit. Just a little bit. Just give you a little shove. That's enough. Thank you, Pamela. I see analog horror, I click. This might not go the direction you think it will, man.
I will sing that song, and it will be very long.
Oh yeah, just mute that VOD, baby. Just mute that entire VOD. Just nuke the VOD from orbit with a million different copyright claims. That's all you need. They're doing this to me next week. How do you hang someone in a noose if you already ripped off their head? I was not aware Camp Crystal Lake had long fields of wheat. It's... What are we doing here? Is that the editing software watermark in the corner? I assume, yeah. That Marvel Analog Horror guy commenting and being really apologetic about it made me feel a little bad for making fun of it so hard. Being humble goes a long way. Nah, it's fine, Jeb. He just ripped off my fucking nose. Chat, why does falling in a lake as a child give you the ability to teleport? You know, none of the other Deadites can teleport. He took it really well and appreciated my honesty. It's nice, isn't it?
You finally woke up, David. Your friend let me borrow his eye. Well, David, I have one word for you.
Chat, one of these days we need to make the guy who made, like, Mandela Catalog pay horribly for making this text-to-speech thing, like, a default for horror online stuff. Because every single time I hear it, I just think of the boss intro names from No More Heroes. Not the least bit frightening. Didn't one of you tell me that guy was remaking Mandela Catalog so he could, like, tone it down for, like, a mass audience or something? And he'd just remove anything that mentions the viewer, like, blowing their brains out because they can't handle it? Text-to-speech has me thinking of Prodigy. Chat, why doesn't the US government just burn the entire, like, surrounding forest from New Jersey to the ground? Wouldn't that just eliminate Jason as a consistent threat if there was just no more trees in the entirety of New Jersey?
Unit 1, 2, what? Are you hearing me? Hello?
Did Jason ever fight the Jersey Devil? That has to be a comic or something somewhere, man. Has to be. Chad, does it ever weird you out that Jason Voorhees, the Jersey Devil, the entirety of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and Max Payne live in, like, close proximity to each other? It weirds me out every time I think about it. Turok Shadow Man!
I am really worried about that guy.
You really just couldn't talk into a microphone for like a minute and a half, huh?
About it.
Even the police lost Peter. Don't
You just really
see?
couldn't do that.
Well, I can't see.
You
not
couldn't
one
just
more
talk
lost
into an
people.
Xbox
The police
360
have to
microphone
point them
for
to
like
something
80
about
seconds
it.
for this.
Whatever. See you in home in half an hour.
We had to go back to the text-to-speech. Chat, are the gun laws in New Jersey as fucked as they are in New York? Yes? This would explain why this problem hasn't been solved. Oh no, I'm dying. The curse! The Pharaoh's curse! Yeah. Chat, realistically, how many guys do you think you would need to kill Jason? I'll be honest, I think 3 of us could do it. It's just one of you needs a shotgun. That's it. Get him with a shotgun so he's knocked down. And then the other 2 of you just jump on him and dice him into cubes with like a machete. Could Mulder and Scully solve the Jason case? Yes.
I really miss my brother.
Mulder would do some dumb shit like kick him directly into the lake with like cement tied to him.
Brother. Come here. Damn it, Hans. Why did you go when I need you now?
Chat, why does no one just, like, boil Pamela's head in a pot?
Looking for these.
Did you go back in time and teleport the gels out of the... You know what, never mind.
Just let me rub your face a little bit. Just give you a little rub down now. Good for the skin. There you go now.
Just spin around the room a third time, it's fine. Just rotate around the entire cast. There you go. Was I meant to? I assumed I was supposed to leave this to a professional crew of some kind. Alright, fine. Let me pull out the attaché case and I'll get down there and handle it. You having fun, broski? Dude, what the fuck kind of... Is that a Ruger? Is that what that is? Why was the I lowercase and all the other levels capitals? I don't know. I have no answers here. Chat, how much does Jason weigh? Jason's what, like 250 pounds? Something like that? What if you just gave this motherfucker, like, the sickest backbreaker you've ever seen in your life? Just snap his spine in two like Bane would have done. What if you locked Jason in the crossface really hard?
Is this just a thing that we're doing? Just rub your face a little bit. Just slather it on a little.
You know, I somehow feel like the police force in a place like this would either be completely dissolved or they would all be walking around kitted out like fucking Sarah Connor. There's not so much a plot to this as there is just things happen. Satan bringing Jason back to life with Freddy and the other killers as well. That was a plot to something they got canceled. That sounds familiar. Belial, is that you?
Time for revenge.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Once in a couple time, Jason was attacked by a dog.
Oh my god, it's Bonzi Buddy!
Him a mask to cover his face.
My dude!
The boy has
It's so good to hear from you! You
farm.
fucking vile ape!
After a walk in Jason was see something terrible.
You lavender disgusting monster!
His house was on fire. And the father was in there. How, look at him, he has no father.
When I think horror, I think of Bonzi Buddy. That is the first thing that comes to mind for a thing to use for my horror series is Bonzi Buddy. Taking a break from being the biggest heel in the company. Gus voice former work in Jason's side project calls him fatherless. Oh, God. You should always double tap, you know. You really should.
Hello, is anyone there?
Why does no one ever think to just, like, cut off Jason's head and, like, throw him somewhere
Can
else?
I stay here for tonight?
Is this a thing that we're doing now? With the evil? Is the evil a thing that we're doing right now? Ah, Hans. It's always the same thing, isn't it? The problem is yet to be solved, and yeah, there you go. Chad, Chris Redfield could just punch Jason's head off, right? Like it wouldn't even be hard, yeah? How long would Jason last against Batman? Not long! I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. B X X X X X X X X X X X X X X X X X. Where's the 40-minute video essay about this series? With like a bizarre voiceover where you put weird effects over your voice. Oh yeah. You know, you think that would have come up at any point in the series. You'd think if he's smart enough to use, like, a longbow or something, that he'd just pick up a gun and just go to town and enjoy himself. You know, I realize it's only been like 20 minutes. This feels like I've been here for an hour and a half. Alright, now you're in the cave. You're gonna have to contend with, like, wolves and snakes and stuff. Not to mention the strange mudmen. The swamp-dwelling golems that populate Camp Crystal Lake. The rock is no good for that. It has too much of an arc. So you really need to get the knife as quick as possible. Get the knife. Get the knife. Get the knife. Get the knife. And get the knife. Let there just be a really normal bear in there.
Oh, good. The time has come. That's just a regenerator from RE4. It's what it looks like. It's really just what it looks like. Why do we get, like, exploration music for this?
Mommy told me something.
You're going back to a dead end.
Girl should know.
Okay, apparently he is going to a different dead end.
Devil, and I've learned to hate him so.
Oh, that's how that works. Chat, you remember in the Friday the 13th NES game where when you fight Jason, it just turns into Punch-Out? Except you're throwing knives at him and shit? Little Mac could probably kick Jason's ass. He'd probably handle it no problem, I'll be honest. Low diff. Someone will die in an AEW ring soon. Just had a referee rushed to hospital near death. Thankfully, not dead. Al Snow almost killed a referee? He fought DK, absolutely. I think most of the cast of Punch-Out could probably low diff Jason, I'll be honest. I think King Hippo is literally going to eat him. Aaron Ryan's punching Jason through the skull with horseshoe gloves. Final boss is a floating Medusa head. Why is Pamela Voorhees Medusa? Recent match that happened in OVW where he's the booker. What happened? What transpired that caused a referee to be in a near-death state from Al Snow's wrestling show? Yeah, you don't need your jaw anymore. You'll be fine. There you go. Why are you getting closer for that? Chat, you remember when that wizard kid in, I think it was, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, I want to say? Like, had Freddy dead to rights and was, like, shocking the shit out of him with force lightning? And this child, in his infinite knowledge, decided he's going to rush down Freddy right now while shocking him with force lightning. So Freddy just kills him because he's in close proximity. That kid could have soloed Freddy Krueger. And he chose not to. Ref bump spot went horrible wrong, and the wrestler landed his full body on the neck and head area. You know, it seems like the people that talk the most amount of shit about AEW often get horribly injured or cause others to be horribly injured. It happens a lot. Oh my God, it's Mikkel! Mikkel, my boy! Why do they keep only shooting your arms off? Indeed. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, but why was Michael here? I get the feeling a person who saw this has never seen a single Friday the 13th movie. It's entirely possible. You think the NES Friday the 13th was a case of Mario 2 USA, only it was a Castlevania game explaining the Medusas? No, I just think LJN were hacks. Frederick! My dude! How's it going, man? Oh no. The bullets. Was Freddy capable of anything in the living world? No. I believe that was the crux of the plot of Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. Is because Freddy wanted the Necronomicon because it would mean that he'd be able to do anything in reality that he can do in the dream world. I'm going to take this boy now. Chat, was Corey Feldman ever in any danger in that Friday the 13th movie? It's been a long time since I saw that one, I'll be honest. Like a long time. Would Jason have killed the child? He was in danger in other ways, going by all the Hollywood stories. You know, you're not wrong. Ugh. I love stock sounds so much. You're gonna hear Wilhelm before much longer. Chad, my will to live is fading more and more. Like, fuck, dude. Chat, why doesn't anyone just think to throw Jason off of, like, the Empire State Building or something? I like that he's frolicking away. He's, like, doing a nice skip. I thought he was wearing a fucking pair of Timbs for a second, man. Those are Timbs? Don't do that to me. stop shooting him for his Tim. This is an alarming number of dudes he's off. Yeah, a little bit. Hype beast, Jason.
He was pushed in a lake by his bullies.
This is the same AI voice that
Screamed in fear,
gets
trying to
used
get
in
out,
those
but no one helped.
every whatever of whatever explained
Instead, they laughed at
videos.
him and let him drown.
Every Shining theory explained.
Hours has passed and Jason was gone from the lake.
Every Ghostface killer explained.
When the bullies find an idea,
They think it would be a funny idea to cut his mother head.
They use this AI voice to make fun of that fat guy streamer. What, Wings of Redemption?
Why are they so mean?
Why did Beverly and It ask
I did
why
not
It
do
was so
anything to
mean?
them.
Is she stupid? The ritual of the Chud moment. Lest we all forget, the orgy scene in It, in the book, was called the ritual of Chud. How long is left? You know, for these episodes being no more than like 4 minutes long each, this is taking a significant portion of my life away. This is the last one. This is the very last one. I don't know, you're the one making the fucking series, tell me! Okay, so aside from the fact that this guy's first language is obviously not English, and this is really, 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 really fucking bad, I have seen worse. I'm gonna be real honest out of you. I have actually somehow seen worse. This is one step above the Velociraptors editing the footage to spook Robert Muldoon. Watch that one FNAF ransomware video. I think I've seen that one already. That's the problem. Anthony, however, it is now time for the viewer's choice, as there are some things to choose from. First of all, we have Woodlands National Park, which is a more prominent series that I have heard tale of, and also it keeps along the theme of camp. We have the CETA series. This is the Left 4 Dead analog horror we mentioned the other night that I've heard about. We could do that. There is Terminator analog horror. There is Dragon Ball Z analog horror. There's Superman analog horror, which is only 3 videos long, and we have Urbanspook in its entirety. So it is your choice, dear Chathany, which of these we do. By all means, cast your vote. But those SCP ones I showed you. No. Ugh.
The camp one? Then Urbanspook? Ugh. We have any more opinions on the matter? Alright, fine then. So be it. Woodlands National Park. I should probably actually... Buddy films. Oh yeah, this'll go well, it will. Just picking poison? Well, yeah.
Everyone, I'm Park Ranger Steve. And I'm Park Ranger Alex. And welcome to Woodlands National Park, located in the beautiful state of...
Chat, what is the interview process for being a park ranger? Do you have to have experience in other fields to be a park ranger? How much do park rangers make? Anomalous creatures and plants.
Informational videos that are only available at our visitor centers. These videos will include stuff about the park, locations,
I won't kill or molest too many people. Hired! He's standing right there.
These videos can be located at our visitor centers at the designated viewing stations. All you have to do if you want to learn about a subject is press the designated button and these videos will play. These videos cover topics such as walkers, weather, trail locations, visitors locations.
Okay, that first one was an actual shot. This one's like clearly a backdrop. And this is an actual shot again.
We hope you found this video informational, and we hope you also find further videos informational.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to a park ranger and they will help you the best they can.
We hope you enjoy your stay and have a great time at Woodlands National Park.
Their acting was actually basically spot on for like an informational introduction tape. That you would watch at like a place like that. Very on the money.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve with Woodlands National Park, and today I'm going to be talking about Wendigos.
Sorry?
Now, what is a Wendigo? Well, a Wendigo is actually a Native American legend, which until recently we thought it was a legend. Due to some mishaps at the park...
Yeah, that's what we'll call that.
No legs here. You can see the drag marks about here. We now have a knowledge that Wendigos are real. Now, with this being said, if
Chat, how was Until Dawn so good and everything else that Studio made is so fucking mid?
Around the park. Now, what should you do if you encounter one on one of our many prestigious trails? Well, the first thing you should do is never run. They love it when you run.
The new game wasn't bad? Huh.
So, you can't run. So what should you do? Well, the reason we say don't run is because actually a Wendigo can run up to 45 miles per hour. And this is...
If they played this straight as informational videos, yes. That's like 90% of the problem with things that do this. Alright, kids, let's sit down now. If you got an infestation of skinwalkers, here's what you do.
The best course of action is to slowly back away. Make sure you watch your footing so you don't step on any loose debris. Once you've reached a safe distance, please speed up and reach one of your local visitor centers or one of your local officers. From then, please let them know the location and time of your sighting so we can close the area off and prevent any further casualties. Hey, John, what is that? John, we gotta go. John, we gotta go. John, we gotta go. John, we gotta go. John, go. John, it's behind!
You know, chat, one of the working theories for missing 411 cases in, like, national parks and shit is, like, there's cannibals out there. It being Wendigos would explain a few things. Or, like, Bigfoot or something. Shout out to that creepypasta where a guy just drowned the Wendigo by shoving its face in a puddle. What a fucking G. That guy's cool. I know anything about this guy, but he sounds
Alex here
cool.
at Woodlands National Park. And before we get started with today's PSA, here are some announcements for the park this upcoming week. Dead Man's Trail is closed until further notice. We ask that all park members please respect the privacy of the victim. The Visitor Center on the south side is also now open. Please stop by, as we have many activities for the family and the children. Today's PSA is in regards to the increased reports of walker activity throughout the park, and we as a park staff wish to inform the public about what walkers are and how to be safe against them. Walkers are, by all accounts, unique to the park in that they are never found anywhere else in the world.
You know, every time I've ever thought about
recently, were believed to
taking
be
a trip
completely
to, like, a
invisible
national
and
park,
possibly spectral, but due to
my
thermal
brain
technology,
stops
we
me
have
the
been able to
second I
visualize
remember,
walkers
like, lack of
and
showers.
now are able to report on how they actually look. Walkers are, for all intents and purposes, completely invisible to the naked eye, as their skin is such a dark black color it absorbs all spectrums of visible light. They can only be seen via thermal technology. And with this, we've been able to conclude they are anywhere between 12 to 45 feet tall, with long legs and short torsos.
That's very tall. Exceedingly so.
While the walkers are incredibly dangerous creatures, there are measures you can take to ensure your safety and still have an enjoyable time here at Woodlands National Park. Firstly, we urge you not to leave the designated camping area. The designated camping area is walled off, well lit, and well protected against all outside threats at the park. And we urge you not to leave, as it is your safest place to be. Secondly, we urge you not to let your campfire die out, even late at night. Keeping your campfire stocked is your last line of defense against any threats that may want to hurt you. Thirdly, if you have any FM radio
Everything
or
hates
AM
fire.
radio or any kind of walkie-talkie, we urge you that if you hear static late at night, please respond with the words, "Ranger, Ranger." If you do not hear a designated ranger with a badge number respond to you, please ignore, as it is a walker. We do not understand how exactly this is possible, but we can confirm it is indeed a walker.
The light fades. The age of dark.
That concludes today's PSA. If you have any questions, feel free to ask a ranger or pick up the brochure in the visitor
Okay,
center.
chat, hear me
That's all
out.
for today, folks. Happy camping here at
Cryptid
Woodlands National
Souls-like. You play as a big game hunter that wants to make trophies of every form of cryptid upon the earth. You walk through the fog gate, and you have to do battle with the Yeti. Finally got rid of him. Take that, Leibowitz. You know, Chathany, I'm still upset that Mike died during the playthrough of Until Dawn. At the last possible prompt in the entire game. Because they didn't label it. No results, meaning there are enough people to have searched it. Huh. Why does no one just lock the Wendigo in a figure 4? I feel like that'd solve this problem. Why is it 38 degrees outside? Jesus!
One up, two up, three up. Document everything.
That's a decent amount of Hawaiian punch you got laying around the tent. Chad, are you expected to bring your own, like, wood for burning a campfire when you go to a national park like this? Or do you have free range to start chopping? Aha. Usually found wood, or if it is a small tree, they ain't gonna let you chop down a large tree.
Are you clear?
Does this camera not have fucking night vision on it?
I think we're clear. Wait. Wait. God, that gun! You, stay here! You, with me! Go!
Oh yeah, that'll be the big difference maker. I don't know what you're so paranoid about. This thing stalks me and voices the void every so often. He's fine. He's chill. He leaves some bones around once in a while.
Follow me! I'll cover you! Perfect! You can't stop! You can't stop!
Oh, good. More informational stuff.
Hey, John, what is it? John, we gotta go. John,
Hitting them with the bioscan complete. I know all your tricks now, boy. Anything you can do, I can do slightly better. Dude, I'll be honest, I can't hear a fucking thing you're saying. Not even a little bit.
Oh God, please, just keep running, please. I can hear it, I can hear it.
Roger, Dodger, what's your vector, Victor?
I can hear it, I'm gonna die. Please, head towards the camping area, the ranger's gonna meet you halfway. I'm trying, I'm running as fast as I can. Wait, I think I can see him.
Why don't you just get like 12 guys and like give them a stick? And just have them all go beat the shit out of the Wendigo with 12 sticks. Chad, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like a dozen guys with sticks can kill anything on this earth. Literally nothing can stop that.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Woodlands National Park.
Your ancestors hunted direwolves to extinction with sticks and rocks.
Came out to our dear friend John Stewart's memorial service yesterday. It was it really was a beautiful thing seeing all the rangers, all the park goers, all the staff there. It really was beautiful to honor our dear friend who worked here for over 20 years as our wildlife photographer. We would like to ask that you keep his wife and kids in your prayers and thoughts this upcoming time's going to be really hard for them. You okay?
The comedian Jon Stewart is dead in this analog horror.
I don't want to do this right
So
now.
it would seem.
I'm tired. I'm depressed. I'm miserable. I'm exhausted. It's been one thing after another. I just don't want to do this right now. I just want a break.
Please refer to him by his birth name, John Leibowitz.
I want a break too, man, but we got to get this video out. You got the memo just as well as I did. The death quote is already too high. We're not even halfway through the year yet.
That's 2 cans done, boys.
If a photographer got killed by one of these things, oh my gosh, they'd have a field day with us.
Chat, do Wendigos ever come up in Castlevania?
Does any Castlevania have, like, skinwalker enemies?
Yeah, what do you need? We gotta go. We gotta go. Shut the camera off. Shut the camera off.
I think Bigfoot came up once, but I don't remember which game that was.
Ma'am, for the last time, I strongly urge you to sign the agreement and take the money.
Why? What is it that I'm not supposed to talk about? For God's sakes, my husband worked as
Are
a
those
cameraman
pictures
for a
even?
national park.
Are they?
It sounds like you're trying to hide something.
Mrs. Stewart, this is standard protocol when something like this
I
happens.
actually can't tell if they're on the same axis or
Happened to
not.
John. Stop pretending like you care.
I don't know why this is bothering me so
You know,
much.
he told me what happens here. What really happens here. I know he didn't die from a bear attack. He was a wildlife cameraman for over 20 years. He was way too experienced for that. I think one of those things...
Doesn't look like it.
One of those monsters got him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He told me about how the park lies to the public by downplaying how dangerous the monsters really are.
My analog horror used the semi-codec-like aesthetic for his call recordings. I assume just because it came up in Mandela Catalog, and that's where everyone saw it for the first time.
For your own good.
Nancy, stop talking right now. And you, get the hell out.
I was just...
I don't care. I said get the hell out, right now. And don't say a word of this to anyone, or have you working as a public defender the rest of your measly career.
Steve, what is going on? Please tell me what's going on.
Nancy, you need to sign this NDA right now.
What? Steve, please tell me what happened to John.
Please, Nancy, you can't be talking about this right now. I don't know who's listening.
Who is listening?
Shh. Read. Don't speak.
Oh, God, really?
Chat, how many times during the Metal Gear series do you think Kojima was tempted to put in literal monsters?
You haven't said too much yet. If you sign the agreement now, you can walk away from this.
I don't mean like the monster that is man. I mean like a big snarling beast that Snake would have to fist fight.
I've seen what they'll do. The people who know too
It
much.
has to have come up at least a few times in development.
They already lost their dad. They're gonna need their mom now.
Okay. I'll sign it.
Now the lawyer's gonna write you a check. Take the money and go to the bank immediately.
The government would just tell people cryptids are real to distract them from every elite being in a satanic child-eating cult. They tried to do it with aliens. I don't see why they would try to do it with, like, Wendigos and shit.
Yes, I understand.
If you need anything, Nancy, you call me.
Yeah, just coincidentally, we're having a big hearing about this guy in the military or government or whatever talking about UFOs and saying, yeah, we don't know what that is. Like, right after Hunter Biden's laptop got leaked. Just coincidentally, right afterwards.
Hi everyone, I'm Park Ranger Steve with Woodlands National Park, and today I'm going to be talking about a creature that can only be found here at Woodlands National Park.
Oh, hi guys.
Shelob?
I'm out here panning for gold, just like the miners in the 1850s used to do in this natural river. What they would actually do is take shelter in these natural forming caves, but little did they know that there were hellish creatures.
That uses the basis of Metal Gear Solid, sneaking in combat, but mainly sneaking. They tried to do that many years ago, with, like, trying to ape Splinter Cell.
These creatures also have
it was vampires in that, though.
and scale rocks very fast.
It was really bad. Vampire Reign is a very bad game.
Go, now. Go, go, go.
Okay, so if you get spotted at any point by a vampire in Vampire Reign, they will just rush you down and jump 30,000 feet in the air to get to you. And there is no stopping them until you get like 5 hours into the game and get a shotgun. When you get a shotgun, you can kill them in like one shot. But if they touch you at any point before you blast them, they'll just fucking like stun lock you to death.
And they infect people through biting.
I rented that pile of shit from Blockbuster once in my life and then never again. And I never finished it because it was really bad.
45% chance of dying from the disease, a 45% chance of turning completely into a cave critter, and a 10% chance
Big Boss
of
being
having
scared of
absolutely no side
vampires and
effects.
faking his death when the government created vampires.
Within the first 2 weeks, the victim may experience rabies-like symptoms. Also, within the later
He's
months,
having
they
nightmares because
experience muscle
Paramedic talked about
including but not
Dracula.
limited to changes in skin color, superhuman strength,
Man
and the
would
ability to
have
return
wet
to age
himself at
all
the sight of Vamp. Okay, Chad, why was Vamp a vampire? I don't remember if they ever explained why Vamp was a vampire. I get the nanomachines gave him regeneration shit, but why was he a vampire?
What should we do now?
Slav person, bisexual. I remember they said his name is Vamp because he's bisexual. I remember that. But why was he a vampire? His name is Vamp. Okay, but why was he a vampire? Why did he have vampire fangs? And why was he drinking blood?
The reason for this powerful urge to be drawn back to the cave is due to intense pheromones given off by the larger group of cave critters. Once the victim has reached the cave, it will be ushered in and protected by the larger group
Jesus
of cave
Christ.
critters until the full transformation, it takes around 6 months, will be fully completed. So, you may be wondering, what should you do to stay safe against these cave critters?
Now, luckily, you don't have to worry about that, because here at Woodlands National Park, safety is our #1 priority. That's why we took the liberty of using caution tape to block off
Replicate via using blood as its basic structure, leading to the actual body needing new transfusions to keep working. That sounds like a plausible explanation for that, but they probably should have put that in the game if that was the case.
Now, what you should do is get to your local visitor center or contact a park ranger immediately.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
If you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask a park ranger or pick up a brochure at the visitor center.
We hope you enjoy your visit and that you have a great time at Woodlands National Park.
You know, I adore the idea of building, like, a bridge walkway on the side of a hill. I think it's a really nice aesthetic. I think originally it may have been an actual vampire. Is it like one of those things where an MGS2 Ocelot is literally being possessed by Liquid's ghost? And he has a different arm in 4 that is cybernetic and he just psyched himself up? Yes? I thought that said Todd Howard for a second, man. I was about to lose it. You know, I was under the impression that turning into a Wendigo required you to cannibalize. Technology replaced the supernatural to the point of making it irrelevant. Eh. Remember, quiet breeze through her skin. Don't worry about it. Remember when Kojima was like, "You will regret your words and deeds," when people were like, "Hey, why is woman in a bikini?" Instead of just saying because she's hot and I want to see her in a bikini, he said, "You will regret your words and deeds." That only works in blizzards or frozen land. Because the process of being a skinwalker is different because you actually have to know shaman magic to be a skinwalker. You know, I feel like if I could actually hear anything out of my left ear, I would be able to piece together a little bit more of what's happening. I thought it said Todd Howard again, I'll be honest. Remember, kids, this would have been considered low-income housing 30 years ago. You just have a double garage, and you have a house. Looks like you got 2 chimneys attached to that goddamn thing, too. Low-income housing. You don't hate boomers enough. Chat, I want to make a shitty indie game where it's basically Kingdom Hearts and you're like your plucky young character just goes to a world that's like horribly gory and monstrous and he's fine and just kicks the shit out of everything and never drops the candid attitude about anything, no matter how bad things get. Kari, hello. We're doing this shit again? Yes. You miss me losing my fucking life, wasting away watching the Friday the 13th one. Sora heads to the manhunt world. Your adolescent protagonist, young, plucky, and full of vibrancy, goes to the manhunt world and just starts doing air combo juggling to Pigsy while there's like mangled bodies on the wall. And he's just talking the maddest shit as only a 12-year-old can. Chad, I realize Sora's 14 in that first game. He really comes across like he's like 10. You know, Chad, I considered briefly setting up a camera system inside my home. Just so I know. I don't think you can spread a Wendigo thing via infection. I don't think that's how that works.
Welcome to Woodlands National Park.
No, he's 12, gets Coleman for 2, and is 15 and 3. No, he's 14 and 1, he's asleep for a year, so he's 15 and 2. And 3 happens not, like, only a few months after 2, so he's still 15. Different creature cave dwellers. Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm on the way, Alright, we gotta go.
I've got 2 Rangers from Station 7 taking this way. We need to see this way. We'll kind of make a cone and funnel it.
It's this general vicinity?
It's this general vicinity.
All right, let's go.
I don't think it's much farther. From where this camper says he...
This has significantly higher production values than like 90% of the shit we've watched for these.
Hey, Alex, you hear that? Hear what? Wait. Yeah. Is that? That's music. Sounds like from here, over here. Yeah. I see it. Yep, I got it.
I still like my idea of just doing a big backbreaker on the monster.
Here's where your music coming from.
Attention all Rangers.
I don't think it'll recover from that.
Mile off trail this way. Okay, well, there's 2 people. Where
Partaking cannibalism a lot to become a Wendigo. That's what I said.
Guy gets to the ranger station. I mean, he's in bad shape. Says the walker picked him up while he was in the tent and lobs him across the forest. He says he lands in a tree about 30 feet up. Falls, and I guess that's how he snapped his leg. Hey.
What part of this isn't a Wendigo you don't get? The part where they said the word Wendigo.
Oh my God, Alex, call this in. Attention all Rangers, we have human remains at my location. Send disposal units. Do a final sweep of the trail as well. We don't need anybody stumbling across any more remains that might be close.
Alright, let's try this up and find any other remains that might be around here.
Oh my God, Alex! Jesus Christ, ripping to shreds. Nothing but pieces left.
Oh my God.
They better get here quick. They need to clean this up. This is bad.
Man, the Predator would really get a kick out of this place.
Steve?
The Predator's just up in a tree somewhere, like, looking at everything that's going on and just rubbing his hands together.
Holy shit. It wasn't lying.
Oh man, this shit's gonna look so good on my wall.
Hey. That's a camera. No way.
So the campsite is about a mile over there, but honestly, I don't feel like going. It's going to be crowded, it's going to be loud, and I think we should just go off the trail and find a space for ourselves.
That's not a half bad idea.
So what's the, like, hierarchy of the food chain in a situation like this? Okay, so there's cave devils, and there's giant tree monster things, and there's Wendigos.
We can get help.
Fine. I don't really feel like hiking another mile.
This man on the screen right now, the guy in the beanie, looks like shockingly like Pyrocynical, by the way. Like, it's an uncanny resemblance that disturbs me deep in my soul.
Alright to me.
You know when Pyrocynical put out like a 3.5-hour-long video essay about Cry of Fear, and then I streamed and it was like one of the worst fucking things I've ever played in my life? I remember. Most people are disturbed seeing Pyrocynical. Understandable.
You know what, this isn't half bad.
I told you.
I don't think a man on YouTube can say, haha, it's just being funny if he's, like, cross-played as Oscar Langley Soryu that many times.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
How's the radio all static?
I mean, we're in the middle of the woods.
I mean, it's getting kind of bad. It is an old
Is Langley her middle name, or is that, like, the German parent's last name?
And she's just using both.
Did you break it? Yeah, what the heck is wrong with it? That's really loud. What is that? Yo, hell, you don't have...
Asuka is a Hafu, right?
Is that a bear?
That was the thing. German parents' last name. She is a Hafu, yeah? Yes. It's been a long time since I've seen Evangelion.
You crazy? I'm gonna go check it out. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What the hell are you doing?
Shout out to whatever intern was, like, violently shooting out emails about the leak recently, by the way, and just attached the entirety of the new movie to the emails that are strongly worded. Hero. Patriot.
No.
Her German parents gave her a Japanese name and taught her to speak Japanese.
Mark, we gotta go. I gotta go.
Snack,
We have to find
I want to remind you that there are white women in this world named Hikari.
All right, got it.
I want to remind you of this.
I don't see anything.
Snack, you live in a world where people are naming their kids after Kingdom Hearts characters. There is a child out there named Roxas right now.
No.
Yo, Vicky. You know, I feel strongly you should have shot the flare directly at the monster. Kid's named after that bitch from Game of Thrones. What, Daenerys? Is the monster just, like, picking up the tent and throwing it around right now? That's the vibe I'm getting. Chat, is there a way to, like, pay the entire Oni Plays cast to just go out and film, like, a 30-minute Blair Witch parody? And just have Zach scream his lungs out when spooky shit happens?
It wasn't a lion. That's gotta be at least 30 feet. Hey. That's a camera.
Boyfriend's snake food was spared. The mouse escapes.
I feel like we got to it before anybody else
In
did.
lobby, I'm going to have to use my phone to gaze upon it.
Can't let anyone see.
Chat, why do snakes have to eat things live?
Alright, so the rangers at the top of the hill have
Why
already
do snakes refuse to eat, like, just
Alright, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go
a
through
pile
section by
of
section,
meat?
comb it out, we're looking for any human remains, any drop
That is in
material,
fact a
any
mouse.
tents, any
That is
fire
what that
pits,
is.
Anything like that. We gotta make it look like nobody was ever here. Yeah.
Over here in Sector 4, I've got approximately half a body over here. You need to get here right now.
Holy shit, Alex, there's nothing left. It's the worst one yet, for sure. Call it in, we're gonna need a body bag.
They sell dead food for snakes. You usually need to heat it up, but some snakes will just refuse to take.
Bag on standby.
Prima donna animal.
Yes, Steve, come in.
We got a bad situation over at the medical bay. We got a victim with head trauma. We really need your help ASAP.
We gotta go. Hey, you guys finish this up? James, stay here and Dodge get this.
I feel like I could do this job. I feel like I could do this pretty handily. Doesn't seem all that complicated. The mummy's alive! We are the mummies from 5025 BC. We are the mummies. It's just a revolver gunshot wound, you pussy!
Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
So, tell us a little bit about what happened that day.
Yeah, of course. So, it started out like any other day. It was around 9 a.m. and Alex and I actually had put a fresh pot of coffee on the table and, we're planning out our plans for the day and we got a call that 3 students had gone missing. Now, keep in mind, this is something that happens, not too uncommon at our parks or national parks in general, Someone wanders off trail or they get lost and, we send out a search team and we find them and everything is usually fine. So, standard protocol is we send out a search party. And we've been doing this for a long time and I've never seen anything like this.
So you didn't have any idea about the carnage you were about to stumble upon?
No, absolutely. I mean, between Steve and I, we have, 20 years.
20
years of experience. Everything from people wandering off trails, animal attacks, trip and falls, that kind of thing, us hoping to maybe helivac somebody out. No.
Looks like Zuckerberg. Yeah, a little bit, I see it.
No, I mean, it was a bloodbath. And when we got to the campsite, I mean, the fact that another human being could do this to someone, let alone your own friends and classmates, was just unbearable to see. I mean, body parts. I mean, one of these students was dismembered, and we actually found a whole arm on 30 feet from the campsite.
Used with Joker from Gotham.
We're still searching for currently, and there was a trail of blood.
There's a hell of a pole. I forgot that about that. I haven't thought about that in a long while.
Canines, we have people, and they've been out for 24 hours the past 3 days in a week. Just searching, and I can only hope that we can find and bring him back to his family.
God. So Alex, how did the killer end up in your custody?
Well, he actually showed up earlier that day. At the time we had no idea that, the horrors he had, committed. He was, beaten, bloody, bruised, battered, lacerations, broken bones, probably severely concussed as well. In hindsight, that's probably from the fight that, his fellow students put up. They certainly didn't go down that fight.
Yeah.
He was, barely crawling when he got to us, in and out of consciousness. We had no idea what had happened. We got him immediately to our Rangers first aid station, started giving him fluids and first aid. The plan was to get him to the Dyer Medical Facility later,
standard protocol.
as soon as, we could get him stabilized.
This is theoretically like within walking distance of my house.
Okay. Well, of course we have to talk about the heroic fight you had with the killer, Steve.
We got the call when we were out there. At the time, we didn't know what happened, so we were going to go question him. And we got a call on the radio, that he has brain trauma. He's going crazy. So by the time we get there, they're already fighting, and I mean, it's crazy, but the moment we walked in, he had grabbed the ranger that was stationed there, and he had shot him in the chest, killing him instantly. And my first thought is, oh my God, I need to stop this man. I'm worried about Alex. I'm worried about my fellow rangers. I mean, it was bad, and this guy would just not put up a fight. I mean, he had a broken leg, and he was still fighting.
Wait, and you got shot in the process?
Yeah, yes, I did. He shot me in the wrist, and it shattered my scaphoid bone. And when I talk about pain, I'm used to pain, being out in the park and getting hurt all the time. This was beyond excruciating, and Alex can vouch for me, in and out of consciousness, screaming. This was brutal. It was real bad. It was bad, but thank God for the incredible doctors at Dire Medical, because they took me in with emergency surgery. And
I keep looking at his cast and thinking he's holding a Pokeball.
Even with the shattered bone, they put it back.
That's the first thing my mind went to.
It's incredible. I'm beyond.
You see it too, right?
All of this is fantastic. Wow.
Yes. But I do want to say, Alex is like my brother. I mean, if it wasn't for him saving my life, I would not be here today. I wouldn't be here today.
So where is the investigation headed right now in regards to the missing person?
So we've got multiple teams out, 24/7 rotating shifts. There's not a moment as of right now where somebody's not looking for these people.
He's wearing the gamer glove.
We've got canines now out, police.
That's what we're calling it now.
Familiar sense from their personal belongings that we're using to kind of track them down. They're moving really fast and covering a lot of ground very quickly because time is kind of the essence with these kind of things. They're covering a lot of ground very quickly, but as of right now, we don't have anything new to report on.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I can say is this is taking a toll on not only just me and Alex and the entire staff, but the families. I mean, I could only imagine the kind of pain it feels to lose a child, let alone wondering if your child is safe while he's still out there. And like Alex just said, I mean, we are doing everything we can to find him and bring him home. And I think one thing that I've thought about over the past couple nights is things like this, they heal, but the real wounds that will never heal are the ones in here. And I think all of us will carry this with us for a long, long time.
Wow, that was so well said. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, gentlemen, thank you for being here. Everyone, like to give it up for Park Ranger Steve Bird and Alex Johnson of Woodlands National Park.
Hello? Hey, it's Alex. Did I wake you up? No, I can't sleep. It's really been weighing on me. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Yeah, man, this was really bad. I mean, we've covered up these things before, but it was never this involved. I mean, for Christ's sake, they put us on TV. That's never happened. I haven't felt this guilty about one in a long time. Yeah, and the worst part was we lied about all of it. I mean, we painted this poor guy to be a monster when we knew he was a victim. I just don't know how I'm supposed to move past this. And I killed an innocent man. No, Alex, you didn't. You had to do that. We were genuinely trying to help him. And I mean, none of us could have ever imagined that we've taken Rick's gun. Yeah, I guess you're right. I just can't keep doing this.
Dude, I'll be real honest. If someone's in like a state of delirious psychosis brought about by a monster infection and they shot me in the gut, I'm not gonna feel bad about putting them down. Not one bit.
Maybe not. What do you mean?
Not for one fraction of a second am I gonna feel bad about that. We're just dropping the whole thing now and just going for a regular filming.
feel any better?
Not at all. What about you?
Alex, I haven't felt okay in probably
You know
10
how you
years.
can tell this is
The
not
only difference now is that my wrist just hurts.
during the era it's meant to take place in? All the lights are fluorescent.
What can you tell me about over the phone?
And they have that sickening white-blue color to them that's meant to keep you
sorry,
awake
Alex.
as long as possible. Instead of the warm lighting everything used to have.
I really should have. I've had this for over a year. The day Nancy came into the ranger station and I told her to keep quiet and whatnot, she told me that she had something to show me, and it was a briefcase full of John's stuff, and this isn't anything that we've seen or Nancy's seen. I mean, it was in a trap door, like a secret room that she has never seen before. And when I saw it, at first, I thought it was my job to shelter you, and, I didn't want you to worry about it. And I've spent a year looking through
Ain't
it.
those
and I
bright
found
as fuck
site
lampposts? They are designed specifically to keep you awake.
There's cave paintings in here.
That's
pictures.
why.
Alex, I think I know what it means, but maybe I don't. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I'm sorry because this has been eating me up, and it's not my job to shelter you. So I want to take a look at these, and particularly in order, if you can.
I thought there was going to be a drawing of, like, Dick Butt in there, I'll be honest.
This code, what does this mean?
I don't know, but it's the only one with codes on it, so I'm assuming that's the most important image for, what you'll see will be obvious reasons.
Okay, so looks like there's some people here worshiping some kind of tree. It looks like there's somebody
Reset the
crawling out.
clock on a Dick Butt.
Does this look like a
Dick Butt is always in fashion, and it will always be funny, no matter what transpires upon the earth or how much time passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the aliens arrive and scavenge through the ruins of civilization, they will find Dick Butt.
Primitive people were superstitious in nature.
Well, I thought that too. I thought, that's not real. And then, you look at the other two images and then it makes you second guess it.
Okay. Looks to be some people interacting with a cave critter. But the big thing is it doesn't look hostile.
Yeah.
It's not attacking.
It looks like this is a stretch, but I mean, it looks like they're almost trading things back and forth.
Yeah, the two people are holding things.
The pain and suffering.
Could be trading. Very odd. But that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But the next one really doesn't.
Ah, yes, the biped.
Yeah. How did they see it?
How is it not on fire? The only way they could have seen it
was in the day.
Was during the day. And the last time we saw one during the day, it burned up within minutes of the sun coming up.
Exactly. So that means at one point they could walk around in the sun without burning up.
On top of that, what is it doing? It's lifting blocks. There's two people that look to be helping.
Which means at one point, they weren't hostile. Everything we know now is wrong. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, they're building stuff. That means they're intelligent. And call me crazy, but those blocks look like pyramids to me.
Okay, this is a lot to process. But what does it have to do with the tree?
Well, at first, you see that image, like people coming back from the dead. That's impossible. But what leads me to believe that it is real is because these are real. These are real. We know they're real.
I need to
So
check.
what leads me to believe that that's not?
To
And we
check.
just don't know about it yet.
I need to check
I guess we've seen crazier things.
This is the longest episode in this series. And then there's like
we cover up all
20 more minutes worth after this.
And it's not, it can't be for the money. They've got all the money in the world.
Oh boy!
And you know they say money can't buy time? Well, what if it could? Now that right there, that is something you would kill for.
I'd kill someone for a Klondike bar right now, man.
The theory is that there's a tree which holds the key to immortality.
Do not eat
And
the
this
apple.
tree is in the park. And the reason that the park stays open is to protect it.
I think so. If you think about it. In the early 1900s, right? It became a national park. Now, during the early 1900s, what was happening? Infrastructure. Everyone was building everything. If it wasn't for this national park, this would be a neighborhood.
True.
You know, I wouldn't land on a national park destroyed if it kept me alive forever.
National parks are the highest class of protected land.
So protected, not even the government can destroy it.
These are, dangerous ideas.
I keep seeing a car go by in the back.
dangerous that I couldn't call you about it.
Distracting me.
I mean, how do I explain that to you?
So, what's the plan?
Keep quiet for now. We'll keep researching. I feel like I'm getting closer to breaking that code.
I never want to hear Urbanspook is the most horrible garbage trash ever when this has 1/3 of a million views. Fork, you missed a mummy rising up and shooting a guy with a revolver. That shit was funny. You know, I've already heard Bonzi Buddy's voice once tonight. You don't need to use the word buddy to describe things. Better scan the QR code. No! Learned something that pissed me off. That they're remaking Dragon Ball Super? Huh. This is a we leave the ARG unsolved server. So true. Hacks are doing an X-Files reboot. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Just remaking the whole thing. Just reboot the X-Files, why not? The creative well for everything has gone so dry that we're resulting to rebooting television programs from the 90s.
From Dire Technologies. Perfect for dinners.
Please, stay tuned for the reboot of Malcolm in the Middle.
Adjust the volume and adjust the station to your
I guess it's more of just a new season, whatever. Please stay tuned for the Seinfeld reboot.
This summer, make sure to visit Woodlands National Park. It'll be a trip you never forget.
You know, David Schwimmer a couple years ago was trying to pitch a complete reboot of Friends. David Schwimmer, in his infinite wisdom, because Ross is such a smart man, was pitching a specifically all-Asian reboot of Friends. I don't know why this is where his brain went. Like, do you want this to fail, David? Is this the leg that you want to stand on, man? You know, there's a reason people make fun of diversity quota shit. And you're kind of the walking reason for it, David.
Mysterious sounds coming out of smoke detectors. Message is a coin flip to get me back. One of these days I'm gonna get canceled. One of these days. Last couple episodes weren't that good. The first continuation wasn't good either. I did not look at a single second of the return of X-Files from like a decade ago. Not even a little bit. Didn't take even so much as a tertiary glance at it. His dad disappeared one night after some flashing red and blue lights. The base DM VTubers will demand you to collab. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. You do you, sweetheart. I'll be over here. Much as I'm dying for clout, I don't think I need to be in like a Discord call with anyone whose first instinct when making shit online is, I'm gonna talk about all of this shit. If it comes up, I'll talk about it. But, like, inkling number one is I'm some jack-off that plays video games on the internet and makes shitty reaction stuff. Tell me, Scully, you think this young man did something when he swears that he did nothing? That one got me lightheaded off of that one. Fuck. Don't smoke it, man! Okay, calm down. Okay, we're fine. We're all good. We're all fine. The Terminator is loose. T-1000 is spawned.
Autopsy report. Case number C50-0.
I feel like there's a massively untapped market for, like, cryptid hunting.
Examination. December 10th, 1950. Performed by Dr.
And I don't mean, like, a fucking Phasmophobia knockoff where you're just going in and investigating and recording things. No, I mean, like, Cabela or, like, SWAT 4, except you're going after cryptids.
Before I go into this report,
or the aforementioned hypothetical Souls-like game where you fight Bigfoot.
For 18 years in this city. I have seen all
Lad, bro. Who can guess Los Angeles Lakers scoring totals down to a single digit?
Now that that's out of the way, let's begin.
Contain it.
What you doing right now?
Contain it.
What's going on?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Up right now. The feds are taking over now.
What? Why? This is clearly a state matter.
It's not up to me. They have jurisdiction now.
I don't like this.
Avoiding the percent dog.
Getting in their way.
Dire Corp has something to do with this.
Keep your voice down. You want to end up like him? I don't know about you, but I have a family that I want to go home to. So if I were you,
this voice is familiar.
suck in it if you know what's good for you.
Why do I know this voice? I swear I've heard that before.
Dire Corporation was pivotal in creating innovations that changed the course of history and secured victories for democracy.
Wasn't there a sequel to Witch Hunt called Wendigo Hunt? There was an Only Plays run of this and Corey ruined it badly.
Under
That does sound like something Corey would do.
Dire Corporation continued to push boundaries. From pioneering cancer treatments with a 97% effectiveness rate to revolutionizing
Fork, I asked this earlier before you got here. Is there potentially a way to get the Oni Plays crew to make like a 30-minute Blair Witch parody? And just have like Chris and Zach screaming their lungs out anytime something remotely spooky happens? They invented something called per capita Mulder.
My name is Mabel Winthrop, and I live in Ashland, Ohio. One of my favorite things to do is to drive my new Dyer Automotive Valerian. Handles great, got excellent gas mileage, and most of all, it's fast. God bless the Dyer Corporation.
That would require Chris putting effort into anything other than Corey slop. You strike a good point.
Today, Dire Corporation stands as a beacon of innovation, driving positive change and shaping a better tomorrow for generations to come. As part of our team, you'll have the opportunity to contribute to our legacy of excellence and be a part of our mission to create a brighter future for all. Welcome once again to Dire Corporation, where innovation knows no bounds, and the possibilities are endless. Together, let's continue to push the limits of what's possible and make a lasting impact on the world. Welcome to Dire Corporation, bringing you a better tomorrow.
Okay, so like the builders and the infectious cave dwellers and the 40-foot tall tree monsters and the Wendigos are all about.
Hi everybody, I'm Park Ranger Steve.
And I'm Park Ranger Alex.
And welcome to Woodlands National Park.
Before we begin today's PSA, we just want to take this chance to thank you all for your patience and cooperations with the missing persons case.
Of course.
But thank God for the incredible doctors at Dyer Medical, because
We should all go back to dressing like this, I'll be real honest. I feel like we'd all be better unanimously if we were all dressing like
The
that.
individual in question has passed away. There is no further updates at this time. Please, no more questions.
I would also like to say thank you so much for all the warm wishes
I have a cowboy hat in my closet right now.
I'm get the cast off later this week.
And 2 trench coats. No, wait, I gave one of them to Thief, didn't I? And a trench
the
coat.
park is home to many types of birds, such as songbirds, raptors, waterfowl, and shorebirds, but none are as unique or mysterious as the singing devil.
So, what is a singing devil? Well, early settlers actually believed
The
that
demon
the
of
singing
song?
devil was a bird possessed by a demon. Now, the weird thing about the singing devil is that it appears to be decaying, even with visible bones all around the body, and it has glowing red eyes. Now, despite this decay, however, the bird is extremely agile and faster than any bird known in Woodlands National Park.
The avian. R.I.P. John Stewart. They finally got him.
To have the supernatural
Good.
ability to summon a fog at will. This fog can come in any environment, at any temperature, even when weather conditions would not.
Thief totally walks around shopping malls with that trench coat thinking he looks badass.
As a hunting tactic
Possible.
to disorient a prey with a thick fog and then come down for a sneak attack.
Well, we do love all of our bird watchers here at Woodlands National Park. I do want everyone to be aware that in certain situations, the singing devil can actually be dangerous. Now, you're probably wondering what I mean by this. Well, the singing devil actually possesses low-level psychic abilities, and these images can be disturbing to some individuals.
It's doing
Although I wouldn't
psionics?
discourage you from bird watching or visiting the park because there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
This would have been Mothman, but Mothman's been copyrighted, and they get bitchy when anyone uses it. One of those situations, is it? What if I put Mothman in a game, and it looks exactly like Mothman, but I just name it Mossman? Is that distinct enough?
The process in which this bird exercises these psychic...
What if I just name it the Moth?
It will embed its claws into the back of a victim to establish a firm grip. It then begins whispering.
Mon Mothma.
The victim is placed into a trance-like state of paralysis.
Now, the victims describe this trance-like state as being the most realistic dream
We
they've
need
ever
Thief
been.
to pay or Turkey Hair Plug Fund.
That it was indistinguishable from real life. There's also another little detail I'd like to mention, that this event
Alright,
lasts from around 20 to 30 seconds.
We're gonna transfer all the hair off of this here cow that we imported from Tibet right on your noggin.
Although the victim is in extreme mental anguish.
Although this doesn't last long, and they'll be in a state of shock for a couple hours after this event, and then after that they should be okay.
The physical injuries from the victim are easily treatable with bandages and antibiotics from your Diretech medical facility.
Now, while the singing devil might be scary, I want to remind everyone that there's nothing to worry about. In fact, it might sound crazy, but you're more likely to get struck by lightning than see a singing devil. What I mean by this is in the past 30 years, we've only had 3 documented cases of a singing devil attack, and in the past 50 years, we've had less than 10 actual sightings. Another interesting fact is the singing devil
The psychic bird peering into my mind and seeing unspeakable horrors beyond its comprehension and immediately dying of a seizure.
The singing devil does not appear to cause any long-lasting psychological damage to the victim's mind, as all symptoms, including anxiety, depression, paranoia, and some hallucinations, appear to vanish in 2 weeks.
So, Alex, we've been talking about the singing devil all day, but how do we stay safe from one?
Steve, I'm glad you asked. Because the singing devil only comes out at night, all daytime parkgoers are 100% protected from it. If you are camping overnight at Woodlands National Park, however, please be aware of any dense fog that could be building around your feet at night. This is the beginning of a singing devil attack as the fog begins to build. If you notice this fog, please sprint in any direction, doesn't matter which one, for approximately 50 to 60 yards until you don't notice the fog anymore. Once you're safe,
Reading my mind and witnessing what I'm about to do to it.
report your sighting.
We'd also like to mention some
You're gonna taste delicious when you've been in the oven for a few hours, bird.
Or a recent tragic event.
And your
the reason we think that the
psychic
singing devil actually attacks certain people is because they might be suffering.
And then
or
I'll
they
have
might
the
be vulnerable.
capacity to give
Now,
Magneto
our remedy for this is actually to
all
go
the
to Woodlands
horrible
National Park during the
flashbacks
day
I
and take
can.
a beautiful hike to see our scenic mountaintops, or take a swim in one of our crystal clear lakes that is sure to
Getting the monster
or
fucker
participate in
perfect.
one of our leader group activities followed by some of our rangers, and that is sure to put
It
a smile on
sees
your
what
face,
me and the
because if
Wendigo
not,
got
you might
up
be
to
seeing
the
a
other
singing devil in
night.
your tent tonight.
She's still yet to recover.
We hope you found this video informational.
If you have any further questions, stop by one of our visitor centers and pick up a pamphlet.
We hope you have a great time and that you enjoy your visit at Woodlands National Park. James, was that good, Alex? You feel good?
That
James,
was great.
Did you think that was good, James?
Yeah, that was good.
Good? It's starting to get dark. Let's pack it up. All right, man, what's the deal? Are we mountain biking Saturday or what?
All right, listen, you're gonna hate me for this.
Oh, let me guess, it's still broken, isn't it?
The tire, but listen, it's not like I didn't try. I went to the bike shop on Tuesday, and you know how Mike is.
I know how Mike
You know how Mike is. I was like, listen, I have a set of spindles that are broken.
Yeah.
I need them fixed. Do you have a replacement part?
James.
It's him, the drummer. Chat, rate conceptual stairs in the woods scenario, except it's a guy playing on a full drum kit in the middle of the woods. Magneto with the Holocaust beam, nothing happened.
It was half a mile off the main trail.
Something's supposed to be happening?
How can I do it for you?
Well, you know you're half a mile off trail, right?
Psionic parallel of a headbutt to counter them with your mind? I assume, yes.
Some studies out here for animal behavior.
I'm going to assume that's how that works.
Federal land, like, you can't be off trail.
I didn't mean nothing to it. I'm not trying to poach or nothing. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just.
It's gonna be like Danny in The Shining when he sees the things that are gonna happen.
don't believe me, John.
It just goes completely mouth agape, eyes widened, seeing the horrors.
Well, regardless of your experience, you did ignore our signage. You're half a mile off trail. I mean, you're very far blatantly broken the rules of the park. You're lucky we don't kick you out. 'Cause we could ask you to leave right now, but we're gonna cut you a break because we're being nice.
Listen, man, he's right. I'm gonna cut you a break. It is a nice park. I get it. Beautiful views. It's a great place to bring your friends and family. And how about this? It's getting really dark out, and Alex and I, we've got things to do. So we're gonna bring you to a designated campsite, and we're gonna give you a warning. But
Professor X reading Deadpool's mind and having an aneurysm. You know, I just assumed that happens because that's Professor X realizing he's a fictional character and he can't handle it.
But we gotta go now. So.
I just assumed that's what that was meant to convey.
Just grab your bag. We'll have someone pick the tent up. All right.
Sorry for the trouble, gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, be advised, you got a camper on the way. Make sure this guy doesn't get out tonight. Last thing I need is a loose camper running around the trails at 3 in the morning while I'm on call. All right, over.
All right, listen. I don't want to do it, but it's getting dark.
We are not going back.
He was hit with the entirety of Reddit at once. Yeah, that's enough to kill a man. That is absolutely enough to kill someone.
Imagine another person like him goes and finds it. It's right next to the trail and goes on a joyride.
Now that's
If
vile.
he goes on a joyride with that thing and destroys it, you know what the thing probably costs? There's a screen on it. Who gets in trouble if someone goes on a joyride and destroys it?
We do. They are counting inventory at the end of the week, so if
It's
that
our
thing's
ass.
not there, it's our ass.
And we're done. And I don't want to hear it.
All right, well, if we're going to get it,
We gotta go now.
gotta go
We
now.
do not want to be out here at dark.
come on. Okay.
To be honest, we really gotta quit wasting so much time. It's way too dark out.
You're telling me this place is creep. This whole park gives me the.
What do you think would happen if Ghost Rider penance stared a super guilty and sinful guy
Let's get out of
and
here.
Professor X read that guy's mind mid-stare?
This is a brand new dark board, so this should be fine.
I don't think it would actually
There's no way we're out of gas.
have any physical harm on him.
We had over 3/4 of a tank when we got here.
It would freak him out. Because it's like taking in a shitload of information all at once, but it's not going to cause him any actual harm.
Perfect. This is exactly what we need.
You smell that?
Gas?
I sure hope. That would be our luck, wouldn't it?
Stupid fuel injectors probably busted.
No. The fuel line, it's been chewed through.
Oh.
It's full of gas. The whole tank's empty. It's soaking wet.
What the hell is that?
The bird cut the fuel line.
Pick up right now. Pick up.
The only way to truly win against a psychic is to have no mind at all. Ryback wins again.
Right now, this is Park Ranger Steve. We have an emergency situation.
Professor X reading Ryback's mind, and it's like that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward's in the future all alone. Can't get out to save his life. Trapped there for eternity. When my wife tries to leave me from my gasoline drinking addiction and her car won't start, I wonder why.
I don't see anything. Do you see anything?
I don't see anything.
Thank God.
And we all act like Ryback is scary just to watch his Chips Eating sequel? Is that how far we've devolved down?
Oh yeah, I mean the temperature's dropped noticeably.
Is that what it's gotten to?
Oh my God! Look at
We'll stream Voices of the Void again this week. I'll throw it on the TV, okay? Ryback has filmed Ghost Orbs before. During Ryback hitting a shell shock on Professor X chair.
all this fog, it's like it never ends. I thought someone could get out of it. That's what they told me. They said they could get out of it. Keep looking around, guys. Maybe we can find a landmark and find our way out of here. It's probably in the air somewhere. Do you see anything?
I don't see anything.
Ah, the deadlights.
Listen, if we see we take a shot, we can get it out.
We can kill it. We can get out of here. We're sitting ducks in here. No, Alex, this is gonna be okay. We're gonna die. Alex, we're gonna die. Alex, Alex, get a grip! Get a grip! We're gonna be. James, are you good? You see it? Oh my God,
Okay, I get it's like kind of a big bird that's doing psychic damage to you. Just grab it by its neck and start squeezing. This seems like a very easy to solve problem if it's swooping down on you like this.
Where'd it go? Do you see him? Do you see him? No. Alex, where are you? Alex!
Is there a finisher more dangerous than diving headbutt?
Oh my God, we gotta go. We gotta find him. We gotta find him. Go, go, go. Come on, we gotta find him.
Off the top of my head? No? There's probably one. At least one.
Oh my God! Alex! Alex! Oh my God! Alex! Alex, wake up! Alex, wake up! Alex!
That was me the last time I got pics from a girl. Shibata's carrying standard headbutt to the discussion. Standard headbutt being a frequent thing you do is always gonna be dangerous, and that man is so fucking for real for still doing.
I'm Park Ranger Steve. And I'm Park Ranger Alex. And welcome to Woodlands National Park. Today, we're going to be talking about one of our more peaceful creatures here at the park, and one of my favorites, Bigfoot, also known as the Sasquatch.
My man!
Nepal, or the orangutan.
My dude!
Unlike some of the other creatures here at Woodlands National Park, Bigfoot sightings are reported every year all over the world. However, Washington State...
Alex is alive. He received psychic damage and he was fucked up for a couple hours after the fact. They said if you encounter the bird, you'll be in a state of shock for a while afterwards, but you'll be fine.
Very secret of nature. These creatures are extremely tall and very muscular. An adult can range anywhere from 8 to 10.
Did we ask Twerk if this is work for? Getting like your eyes rolled back by the psychic bird? I assume it is.
Everywhere except their face, which is very eerily similar to ours.
Meltzer receiving a poor translation and reporting that Shibata's brain was taken out and replaced. Whose brain did you put in Shibata's body?
Although we don't know much about the Bigfoot, here's what we do know. We know they operate in a small...
Didn't the shitty Bigfoot game come out like a month or two ago? Where you play as Bigfoot and your job is to scare people and spook them away and tell them to fuck off and then try to fuck another Bigfoot?
Bigfoot sightings are actually extremely rare, as we estimate that there's only about 60 Bigfoots in the entire state of Washington. And any sightings you do have will be very brief, because Bigfoots do actively try to avoid any human encounters. Although, you should be aware that Bigfoots do build nests, and if you encounter one of these nests, they can become aggressive, as you've entered their territory. If you find one of these nests out in the backwoods country of Woodlands National Park, please get out of the air immediately and contact one of our rangers and try to get far away as you possibly can. They can become aggressive because
60
they can see
Bigfoots.
this as a direct attack on their
The
home.
big feet. If we're in a setting where the Sasquatch species is building really rudimentary shelter out of sticks and logs, there has to be a point in time where you try to establish communication and teach the Bigfoot how to build a log cabin.
Now, you might assume because
There is a
Bigfoot's
high
such
chance it was
large creature
fabricated, but I'm not subscribing to the Observer to find out.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
You know, fair enough.
Bigfoot is known for being incredibly silent as it moves even through dense forest. The only reason that you hear a Bigfoot is because it wants you to hear it.
Bigfoots actually
Get the
communicate
fuck
in
off
multiple
my
ways.
lawn!
One of them is tree knocks. Just like that. Although efforts to decipher the language has been completely unsuccessful. You also communicate another way through screams or yelps. Now, some of these are very easily distinguishable.
Hugh
and you can
Zach
probably
Haydel
tell it's a
screaming in the
Sasquatch
distance.
Because it's very eerie and like nothing you've ever heard before. Although we have noticed, since Bigfoot researchers have been coming into the park and other places across the United States, that they have figured this out. Although we don't know how they do this, but they will now try to imitate the local wildlife, being wolves or coyotes. Although, most of the time, they will sound slightly off, and if that is the case, you might be in the presence of a Sasquatch.
Chat, did you know Bigfoot is a SCP? Did you know that the Sasquatch species is a SCP? If there was wrestling analog horror, it seems like they're really all clear jokes. I searched up on that this morning, now that you mention it. And yeah, not a goddamn thing. It's surprising, actually. Which would taste better, Sasquatch meat or Yeti meat? Wouldn't that just be the difference between eating a cow and eating a yak?
Glad you asked, Alex. This
It's
right
like the
here
same
is a
type of
Bigfoot
meat.
Footprint cast. Now, I got this from my good friend John Stewart. I miss you, buddy. We really do. And that's why I thought this was really important to bring up. This right here was taken in 1968 by John Stewart himself. And this cast is not only important because it proves the existence of Bigfoot, but it can be used as a
The
form of
Bigfoot are
research.
living with
This
the
cast
Amish
can
because
actually
they
be found
taught
at the
them how to
Visitor
build
Center,
better
along with other
food
ones taken by
houses,
the staff
and
throughout
now are friends, and the Amish don't feel like telling anybody because it's nobody's business. Just the Sasquatch wearing the hat and the shirt with the suspenders.
Are you seeing things again? Alex, hey, talk to me. Alex.
What? No
It's not real.
pants?
It's not real. You can ask James if it wasn't. It's not real.
So I didn't see anything.
There's nothing there. It's that damn bird.
I thought it stops after 2 weeks. I thought it did too. I don't know. Well, when we went out with the other guys, he's been fine. He's been fine for like 2 weeks. Well, that's what they said. They said nothing happened. He said he's been good. I don't know. You need to check on him.
What? James, well, let's go to. We can go home, or if you want to wrap it up, we'll go finish the last shot of the rocks over there, and we can go home.
Yes, Jeremiah, good man, taught my grandpapa how to make better hut than actual wood house. We help hunt food, leave peacefully.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you like this video,
Did Bigfoot ever show up in Courage? I feel like I have a vague memory of that happening.
and that you enjoy your stay at Woodlands National Park.
I think so. Oh, thank God. The playlist is defeated, Chathany. Okay, so this had pretty good production values, but it really got lost in its own plot and just started rambling about bullshit for way too long. And there were a lot of parts of this that dragged out way longer than they should have. You really should have stuck with the documentary approach to things. Like, you can intersperse that with, like, the guys encountering some bullshit and having to deal with it in the middle of filming or whatever. Overall, this is fine. I think it comes out to like a 6 out of 10 or something. Dude, this whole thing is this entire genre of video is so starved for high quality. I'll be honest. The playlist is defeated, Chathany. There should be a monster quota for all horror. This one had the Wendigo. It had a 40-foot tall tree monster thing. It had an infectious cave devil that caused people to turn into other cave devils. One of which looked like a mummy and he had a revolver. There was the fucking psychic bird, and there was Sasquatch. There is that. Slender Man is in Marble Hornets by like entry 2. Doesn't lose any of his menace. Stop talking, so true. It helps when you can just insert something into the background and the people that notice. That first season's so good. Jesus Christ. All right, chat. I got one more of these playlists left in me before I have to tap out because, you know, I respect my time a little bit. So, Chathany, make a decision about what is the last playlist we end on. We have Sita, the Left 4 Dead analog horror. We have Terminator analog horror, Dragon Ball Z analog horror, Superman analog horror, which is only 3 videos, or we have Urbanspook. It is your decision what we watch for the remainder of this stream. Left 4 Dead or Urban? Urbanspook? Urbanspook is like an hour. Left 4 Dead or Urbanspook? All right, there's a common factor in this. So it shall be. Huh. Finally see what all the hubbub is about. I believe I watched the first episode of this years ago and did not watch anything after that. I believe that to be the case. The worst quote-unquote analog horror. Watch it be a significant upgrade in quality from everything I've seen for like a month and a half. This is so freaking bad. How could they actually show the killer in my heckin' analog horror series? The Teethsies. Jackie Graham found drowned with 27 stab wounds in the perineum. Parabellum. Floating Jackie. Very peaceful, serene. Making fun of analog horror, and Thief sent this as a good analog horror pick. I believe that's where I watched it, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. That's a bad one. That's a rough way to go. The meat. Bring back meat in Mortal Kombat, goddammit. It's on a higher end of analog horror because it isn't trying to be high psychological auteur work. It helps that you're just getting to the point, yeah. Astronomically. Which one is getting the best head? My goat fuck toy Corey. Ah. This is the type of shit Courage the Cowardly Dog would have a nightmare about. And it would say some weird shit to him like the eggs are in the basket. Four weeks ago, a police officer named Bill Collins went missing along with his wife and 2 daughters. Bill had previously discovered this painting in his home, clueless of how it could have ended up there. While searching Bill's house, the police found one of his daughters hanging by the neck from the ceiling in the attic. On-screen child murder! On-screen child murder! Collins' family's car was found 12 days later by the ocean side. The vehicle is returning to the ocean from which it came. Long-necked Angel. Angel was indeed the name of the youngest daughter found in the attic. Refreshingly straightforward about a serial killer who makes portraits of its victims. The baby. Hadn't been in use for several years. Being a lighthouse keeper has got to be like the most boring job on the fucking planet, right? Inside the charred corpse of a missing teenager named Daniel Williams was found. Police later proceeded into the tunnels under the lighthouse. Here the police would find 2 more corpses belonging to Jennifer White and her daughter Lisa White. They had been missing for 7 months. Lastly, the police found a moist barrel emitting a foul stench. Little barrel boy. Mangled meat and bones. Tests later showed that it belonged to the rest of the Collins family. I did look into if you could still be a lighthouse keeper and Coast Guard has a monopoly on it. That sucks. Moments before death was found scattered around the barrel. Here are the photos. Scary stories to tell in the dark type shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit. Fourth photo depicting an unknown face. That is the red woman, except not red. Ten days ago, the Beck twins went missing. You know, they say girls, like, hit puberty significantly earlier than boys. That child on the left seemed like he was maybe 4. Paper mill factory. All right, hit me. Upper body of Margaret and the lower body of Corey could be located. The twins' bodies had been sewn together in a sloppy manner. Extra sloppy. Re-editing this to have Armenian Corey instead. Neck and jaw was broken in several places. Clay brick had violently been shoved down her throat. Yeah, that'll take a bit. What is with all this gore and shock material? Where are the philosophical themes and subversions of expectations? People that make these things really think they're trying to make The Shining instead of what they should be doing, huh? This is refreshingly straightforward. Digital camera while his friends waited outside. Corey ran out screaming that he had seen a face. According to his friends, Corey's left arm was badly bruised. Kevin found a wardrobe connected to a crawl space inside the walls. Chat, you ever see that video of the person in a hotel room and they notice something wrong with the mirror and they pop out the mirror and there's like a fucking tunnel behind the mirror? When I'm taking snapshots of things with my digital camera in a spooky place, I make sure I take pictures of nothing in particular. Ah, yeah, there she is. Believed to be connected to the disappearance of Corey and Margaret Beck. I can't imagine how you could have come to this conclusion. Does this number actually connect to anything? Because you're supposed to use 555 for the area code when your number is not real and things. Private investigator Sean Kane, kick-ass name, helping police locate victims connected to several paintings. Last body he found before his disappearance was the body of Tom Harris. Staying in a North Korean hotel, took a shower, noticed a small spot on the mirror, wasn't fogged up, and pretended to not notice. Yeah, it sounds about right. Someone had a good time. Fuck. Miku's been here. Cause of death was suffocation from the wax. Still do not know who this arm belongs to. Yeah, that's a problem. The mid-Nadal a month after Ori gets it. You're not wrong. Went missing from his home. Neighbors of Sean notified police after hearing his dog bark for over 9 hours. Police found a horrid scene. Legs had all been broken, although dehydrated and suffering, she was still alive. Blood trails could be found leading from the bedroom to the kitchen. People were like, you can't hurt the heckin' doggo. Would Redditors lose their mind if they found out Michael Myers ate a dog? Dose. This being grating after a while, but those other popular series are unbelievably boring for the most part, yeah. Nearly unanimously. Through the basement, luckily, is that how you spell luckily? Had a surveillance camera installed just a few days earlier. Camera had been destroyed and still caught a photo of the perpetrator. Is it the woman? Happy. This looks like a Muppet. Was another big thing for Urbanspook hate that they used AI? I assume. You mean to tell me someone didn't spend 17 hours in Photoshop to make a single spooky image? And someone didn't want to do that in a world where you could make your life significantly easier? You mean to tell me someone did not want to pay an artist or editor triple digits to make a single spooky face in their thing that's full of spooky faces? They're a digital painter? Oh. That's lovely. You know, chat, mid-looking women like 25 years ago are like significantly prettier than like 10s these days. Found 2 days ago in the woods. That's not where cars live. Cars live in the garage. Sean Kane, Jack Striker. Slasher victim name miscast. These are not the names of victims for a serial killer. These are the names of generic fighting game characters. Tied to a tree with her feet and arms cut off, she was still alive and conscious. It's alright, we'll make you some new limbs out of basketballs. The whole thing? Yeah, that'll do it. From the scene. Yeah, escorting is the word I would use for someone that's missing their fucking feet. Found out Rob likes. Wow, Automod fucking hated you for saying that man's actual name. Wow! That is overkill. Can't say a YouTuber's name, shake my head. Didn't that guy have to rename his YouTube channel despite the fact it's his actual name? He did get his name legally changed. A man had to get his name legally changed because of YouTube's bullshit. Ugh. It's a sick world I have to live in. I was tied to that tree. I was injected with something. I could hear my sister screaming. She was screaming for our mom. Oh, Laura. I'm ruining the moment. I don't know. I remember whispering. And her face. Oh, God. Her face. What's wrong with your face? Lady, you look like a 37-year-old, like, trailer dude named Jeb. You got a receding hairline and a raggedy mullet. You got a bone structure like Steve Buscemi. Fuck, bitch. Aren't barns supposed to smell like that? Throughout high school, I thought there was something wrong with me because I could not get into Local 58. No, you were the only good one. That's why. It takes a lot of strength to forcibly rip off someone's hands. That's dick pills. You got the horse drugged up and had it raped the broad to death. I see how it is. You know, you don't have to include the noise. The imagery enough is enough. The only thing that could possibly kill Ric Flair. Oh God, I'm gonna die one of these days from that. Oh fuck, I got lightheaded off of that. Oh Jesus. Abnormally large pig. Its belly had been sliced open and then stitched together again.
Going out like Rick Rude. Yeah, what do you think Rick Rude would be doing right now if he were still with us? How long do you think that guy had left in him? AEW mentor run? That's what I was thinking, yeah. Dude, timeline where Rick Rude is mentoring Manson Mansoor and Johnny Mundo is there and they're just hanging out. I was told these would be disturbing. These are the type of things I would see in that Ren and Stimpy, like, adult cartoon show. Also, you don't need the noise again. Observing Paul! Rock insert hi, I'm Paul over this clip. You can't name these images shit like breeding mount and expect us to take it seriously. She's a breeding mount, you see, because they got the horse drugged up on the horse cock pills and had it fuck the broad until she died. Mr. Hands went out the same way, you know. Is she a Jeff the Killer knockoff by any chance? No, Jeffrey is not this creative. Jeffrey will kung fu you and then stab you in the neck. That is the MO, the modus operandi of Jeff the Killer. Give that guy floating hands to be a Nintendo boss fight. Janice Paul and their son Zeke. You know, there's a disparity in modern times of like naming your kids Zeke. It happens so rarely. All right, I'm with you so far. Strangled to death with the umbilical cord. That is pretty hardcore. How did you get the entire head of the fetus down his throat?
unhinge his jaw like a snake. The throat goat. You think anyone just tried shooting him? No, you see, we banned guns so that people would stop dying. There are no guns allowed in the state, you see. Only 7. That's a lot of restraint for this bitch. You just happen to have a hammer drill? You come prepared, huh? Thinking he can do this in the back alleys of Detroit. I live where I can't breathe and I eat without teeth. What am I? The Mole Man. Two sets of footprints in the blood suggest that there was more than one culprit. Here's King Mabel behind him. A whale. She did that because he was fat. It's a mystery. Does it beat out that old lady that shot her pet monkey after the pet monkey ripped off her friend's face because the monkey was on drugs? Because that's a pretty rough one. People say you shouldn't keep monkeys as pets because the monkey will be a monkey at some point. No, it's because the monkey was literally on drugs.
Do you have somewhere to hide? I locked myself in the bathroom. Okay, good.
Charlie Brown teacher speak.
Yes, please. What's your name? Isabel Jackson. Okay, Isabel, do you have anything to disclose?
Linus finally had enough.
What? Isabel, do you have anything to defend yourself with? Listen, stay calm. I don't know what it is in your bathroom. Isabel?
How many more of these are there? Let's take a gander. There are 3 more after this, the last one of which is 16 minutes. The following content may be too decent for your adult viewing eyes. You know, Chathany, if we just ban minors from the internet, we could potentially get rid of this shit forever. I said yes, motherfucker! Yeah. This is ass, but analog horror guys can't shit on this while propping up Mandela Catalog as the peak of horror. Look, there was a spooky man in a hood! Look, he's got a weird-looking face! Frightening! The best thing to come out of Mandela catalog is all the porn of the alternates. I'll be honest. There's some quality shit in there. Are we doing this again? I saw that SFM. Me too. What if Gabriel were bad? Makes you breakfast in the morning, she does. Such a good woman. Pocket pussy is a hell of a title, man. Kind of an MO here. This whole thing really just seems like a serial killer having fun. Because there's like no connecting thread between any of these victims. I respect its simplicity. I admire its purity. You remember that bit in Higurashi? I forget which girl it is, but she's like, I'm gonna start stabbing her, I'll stop when you say I'm sorry 100 times. I wonder how this killer has so much time for this stuff in populated areas. It's a mystery, I'm afraid. Do you think she's making the paintings before or after the killing? And just assuming it's going well? Reveal to me the truth. All right, I got it. All right, I understand. Okay, I'm with you. Gumless. Germa! Ah! Douglas. O.J. Simpson? I just want someone to walk into frame using default Half-Life 2 walking animations. Please, God, let it happen. Please, Christ almighty, let them walk in like it's Gary's mod. Oh, God, I need it. We're doing frame-by-frame animation for this. We're walking in with the grav gun. Why are you bothering to hop over the railing? The penultimate. Mandela Catalog sequel where the ending is Lucifer cackling, but Michael walks in and tells him to shut up, like the smiling fence bit. Ah. You know, chat, there's one of these still standing in this town. One singular phone booth still stands. Just like Buffalo Bill would have done. Shitty found footage horror movie that Zoomers revived as the scariest movie ever. Was it Unfriended? It sounds like something stupid enough for the youth to get attached to. VHS? Was it VHS? The youth watching the first Godzilla movie and saying this gives me analog horror vibes. The killer burying a girl alive for like 20 minutes. It takes 20 minutes to bury someone alive? It always comes back to being a creepy sex thing. It always loops back around to being a creepy sex thing. Several, you say? You gotta keep those around just in case, do ya? That's a lot of weight to carry. I feel like I'm becoming disenfranchised the older I get from what's considered scary. Because, like, every time a new Mortal Kombat comes out, the first thing I do is go look at all the new fatalities. And I judge them on whether or not I think they're cool. I've never gotten squeamish watching a fatality in Mortal Kombat, I'll be honest. If anything, I start popping off when one's really good. Bloated Betty. Milk TV. Think you can't be scared anymore, huh? I am the learning tree! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! It's not even just that the gimmick is shit, and hearing that right before he comes out is bad. It's that they replaced Judas with a different track. It always comes back to cannibalism. All things begin and end at cannibalism. Like the human centipede. They buried Captain Kirk under rocks. Only a matter of time until the wolves come. You know, if this were better lit, this would look pretty identical to some of the later parts of RE2. Just going down to the sewers bit. You gotta watch out for the sewer gator. It's in there. Oh yeah, this'll go well.
Do you think that you've recovered from this ordeal?
I'll never recover. I'll never be the same. Those people took me to hell. And once you've been in hell, you never come back.
You know, you look remarkably well collected for someone who had their hands and legs removed. No, it was your feet and your entire arms. My mistake. The screaming is actually a good sign.
Let me see your hands right now.
Oh, hey, you're just right there, huh?
Do not move.
You first, meat man!
Let me see your hands right now. Let me see your hands. Do not move. You understand?
Stop screaming! I have a gun pointed at the bitch! Look, there she is. You know, I was wondering about that. That explains a little bit. You know, I'll be honest, I'm surprised you still have the capacity to speech. I just assumed you were like a freak. Is this the last one? This is the last one? You could have just shot them the whole time?
I told you. I told you this is what happens when you ban guns in the state.
Make this much leaner and more effective if it were a series of body cam videos, but actually filming things on your web series died with Slender Man. For the most part, yeah. It really should just be the primary means of doing shit like this. You look like those characters and know I'm not a human? A little bit. Ah, the Mongolian throat singers. I was hoping they'd be here.
Mona Lanius, the serial killer who has terrorized Louisiana for the last couple of years, was given the death sentence 2 weeks ago. After attempting to smuggle explosives into court, she was denied a physical trial. However, shortly after being interviewed, she...
Looks like Vince. I got the rope right here!
So, Mona, would you tell us why you did the things that you did?
It was funny.
Well, wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Had their brains blown out in their second attempt.
Tell them I did it for fun. Don't tell them the truth. Don't tell them they made me do it. That it was all rigged from the start. 'Cause they wouldn't believe that anyway. Would they, John?
When you say that they made you do it, what do you mean?
I think you know what I'm talking about. As soon as I got here, they turned it off. And when I'm put into my cell, they turn it on again during the night. They have a machine, you know, deep underground.
Obama's weather control device.
But it still works.
Mona,
You did not cast this voice for your freak mutant slasher.
What was your upbringing like?
I've already talked about the Helena place, John.
Yes, St. Helena Orphanage. Tell me more about that.
Me and Bill grew up there. We were like siblings. Not real ones, of course. Unlike my real parents. But he was my brother. Got into a lot of trouble. Mostly me. For stitching small animals together. And for fucking that Baker kid.
Fred Baker, right?
Yeah. Fucking pussy. Fucker told on us. One time, me and Bill had the orphanage dog fuck me. You know, just for fun.
This sounds like something you get up to, yes?
Told the house mother. She was a bitch too. We made sure he never forgot what he did though. Even made the dog fuck him too.
And you later killed him in adult life.
Let's just say, I always had a tight grip on his balls. He thought he could slip out. No one slips out of my grip.
Could you please stop doing that, or I'm gonna have to ask security to cuff your hands behind your back?
Oh, you're no fun, John.
Tell me more about Bill.
He was the kind of kid. There was a sundown once. You know, one of them really red ones. I remember he pointed at it and said, "That's where the devil is." Then he took my hand, and we ran towards it, like two kids in the devil's backyard. Did we ever catch up? Damn, you tell me.
So, you and Bill stayed in contact all this time?
Not give your freak mutant slasher dialogue like a gossipy valley girl.
I didn't care for that shit. Just we fucked every now and then. He did whatever I told him.
The only thing I know about the end of this series is there was something in where I recommended that said something like the worst finale to a horror thing ever.
That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the machine.
The monologue's not helping.
Put out.
Completely uninterested in their story / explanations.
Could I have one of those?
I reiterate, I got the rope right here.
Sorry. What was the question?
The statues.
I don't know. I've seen them around. They're connected to the machine. Probably working as amplifiers of that fucking sound it makes. We even had one at the orphanage, and I'm sure that old pig put it there. He used to visit. I'm telling you, John. It's all been planned from the start.
So, you don't take any responsibility for the murders you've committed?
Oh, yeah. I did all of that.
And you painted your victims. Was that before or after you murdered them?
Before. Most of the time. What can I
Purely
say?
doing this because we legally
That
need
damn
you to
machine.
talk about it before you take the quick
They
drop.
put it in the ground, and with sonic pressure they manifested.
Just say she went for your gun and be done with it. Fuck.
He's the one who makes the paintings. He gives me a face and a name, and then he tells me who to go and get. Trust me, they're all in on it. They've been using me as a host for years. Bill knew it. The whole fucking police department knew it. They let me get away with it every time. I don't know why, and I feel like they don't know either. I'm not crazy.
No, you seem pretty fucking crazy, I'll be honest. You seem really fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He was my little insider. Nothing I made him do was against his will, by the way. It was all consensual. No rape here. Nuh-uh. Well, except, you know.
You were denied a court hearing because you tried to smuggle a grenade through
my pussy.
Yeah, that.
I shoved a grenade up in there. Too bad the guards are even more perverted than I am. Would have gotten away with it. Wouldn't that be something? Big pussy. Boom.
Was that something that the Red Man demanded as well?
Nah. That was just a fun idea I had. Did you know the convulsions of dying people makes for great vibrators?
You've been given the death sentence. How do you feel about that?
I'm alright with it. I wanted to be caught. I tried many times.
Seeing why people call us abysmal dog
But they
shit.
just kept letting
You know, I was
me do what
admiring
we
the
did.
purity of just being like a
telling
fucked
you.
up serial killer story.
If you think this is going
Now
to
you're
end
just
me
over-explaining.
dead, you couldn't be more wrong.
Grammatically so.
It will get worse.
Okay.
You could have just ended this in the last video with just the fucking cop popping her in the face. 'Cause fuck it. Still the best analog horror has to offer. Static effects and computer voice in a slideshow. Dude, that Jurassic Park shit is legitimately insufferable in basically every single passing second. Jump back 20 seconds, we missed something? What, the deep state? Yeah, I get it. They're all in on it and another inmate stabbed her to death. I get it. Probably under orders from the deep state. I understand. We missed the lore of Urbanspook. What was that movie with Mel Gibson where it's all about the deep state? And he's completely right the whole time? Bowman, no! Surprisingly normal one. He turned into a snake. You got a lot of these on standby, don't you? Here are my leftover grok generated. Grok, generate me an image of Jack Nicholson hitting the gritty. That's an Attack on Titan thing. That's all that was. Douglas! Charred Chad does go pretty hard. The tape is degrading very much. That implies people watch this part back a lot on the tape. Why do you have so many of these? Deep State Serial Killers is still better than Raptors editing the tape. They said that they were faster than Robert. I'm still not over it. I'm never gonna be over it. The Spinosaurus being sad that people called it a monster. And then the security guard with the text-to-speech voice is doing a Five Nights at Frederick's with the Spinosaurus, somehow walking through the hallways. It's fine, it crouched down. It got down on its belly so it could make its way through the tight little corridors. So it could get to this one man. World of Darkness had a concept wherein a substantial... Oh, hey, it's that bitch again. Substantial personal body count begins to draw from a supernatural source. It's like the polar opposite of, like, absolute faith in World of Darkness, right? That is the end of the video, chat. The Urbanspook has been defeated on this day. Most of this whole thing was fine. Like, yeah, you probably went a little bit too hard in places, but yeah, fuck it. The internet's too soft lately anyway. A lot of bestiality. Weird amount of bestiality, but eh. Last episode was pretty shit. Don't over-explain. Don't over-explain. Yes, the deep state was behind it all along, just like real life. Ugh, my back hurts. Short, muscular guy walks in and smacks them. That came out like a year after the other ones. Well, after the entire analog horror community seemed to unanimously shit on the guy. I can imagine why he wanted to take some time to himself. Either the first or end it with the episode before this and both killers just get shot. Yes, that would have been preferable. You owe me an SCP Overlord and SCP Dollhouse. What does the SCP Foundation have to do with the analog horror genre, Meto? We were defeated. It's over. I did it all. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
For the next time that we do this, we have a number of things we can still have access to. I am enthralled at the concept of how shit Dragon Ball as an analog horror series could possibly be. That's gotta be like some next level shit. Huh. In the South and have the solution be to just shoot. Can we do one more? Define one more. Do you mean one more singular thing? Isn't the Dragon Ball horror one just Mandela but Dragon Ball? I don't know. I have no knowledge of these things. Vid got deleted. It's always a tragedy when that happens, isn't it? Yeah, right. Thank you, dear Chathany, for coming by the stream. I appreciate it. If you want to know when streams are going to be, what we're going to be doing on any given day, scroll down just a little bit, hit the link, follow me on Twitter. YouTube is there. VOD highlights of the streams. Give that a sub if you like. Patreon's down there. A little bit of squirrel on my hype game because it's right. Yeah. And thank you. We should be back tomorrow with something or other. I'm not sure what. I'll figure it out. Thanks, though. We did not watch it until it got scary. We watched it until it got very annoying. And frankly, I think that's more deserving than the genre in general deserves. Nonetheless, thanks. I'll see you again in the next one, Chathany. Goodbye!